Hi teacher, how are you? Well, I'm going to talk to you about travel restrictions um, and some reasons why sometimes we cannot take a trips. For example, political situations, pandemic, drugs traffic, security concerns, and economic consequences. Um, Today we have seen how the restrictions on being able to travel and move from one country to another have increased greatly over time. It is not new that with the pandemic and sanitary restrictions were increased, this in order not to spread more diseases such as COVID. Um, the justification is it's a valuable that we have knowledge of the importance of restrictions in travel centers in order to be well prepared for any eventuality that may arise due to any of the restrictions given by the law of many governments. Um, Also emphasize that if we do not follow these restrictions to the letter, they may they may be fined or sentenced to prison. Um, Impacts on personal freedom and mobility. Many times there are also impacts on personal freedom and mobility, and we realize how travel restriction limit individual freedom and mobility by imposing restriction on travel destination and the ability to explore a new place. Psychological effects. Uh, Little by little, we realize how restriction can affect personal and professional relationships, separating families and hindering business and business opportunities. We can highlight the psychological effects of not being able to travel freely, such as a feeling of confinement, restlessness, and decreased sense of adventure. Economic consequence. We must analyze the economic implication of travel restriction in various sectors, including tourism and hospitality and transport. Um, Also in how the decrease in tourist arrivals and affects local economics, causing job losses and business closures and reduced income. Environmental impact. We see the environmental consequence of the reduction in a travel given by the restrictions. One can discuss how to decline in air travel and tourism can lead to lower carbon emissions and reduce ecological footprint. Consider the positive impacts on popular tourist destinations that may experience a reduction in overcrowding and environmental degradation. Um, Public health and safety. Travel restrictions, especially during a pandemic, are intended to protect public and health and safety. We must follow laws to reduce the spread of infectious and disease by limiting international travel. Highlight the importance of balancing personal freedoms with the collective well-being of society. Um, in conclusion, summarizing the main points discussed in the essay, emphasizing the multifaceted impact of travel restriction on personal freedom, the economic, cultural exchange, the environment, and public health. We can conclude by recognizing the need for travel restriction in certain circumstances, while recognizing the need of carefully balance individual rights and social interests. More research and discussion should be encouraged to find alternative solutions to mitigate the negative consequences of travel restrictions, such as the development of robust testing and vaccination protocols. My experience with the subject uh, has been quite helpful, since I was not clear about some travel restrictions. I think the most important is healthy security, since this we may witness another pandemic like a COVID-19 was previously. Um, Thanks, teacher. Is all.